Please give it up for Leslie Liao.
This is a very good show. Everyone's stories are very well prepared. Mine is not. I want you all to understand. I have a story, obviously, but I haven't revisited this in like years. So I'm gonna just work it out with you all, if that's okay. It's a classic Los Angeles tale. There's many Los Angeles tropes. Okay, so I've lived here for 20 years. I started stand-up like 7-8 years ago. So this was like right around when I started stand-up. And we all do, I don't know, you might all have this. We all have our day job and our secret ambition, you know what I mean? The one that won't probably work out. Sorry, just statistically. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should all give up, but like, just think about, you know. Little inspiration for the end of the show. So it's like I had a really busy corporate day job, you know, like office space tech day job, and every night I did stand up. So straight from my day job, I would go to my car where I would get ready for my stand up, like the open mics, the shows, and for me it helps to like change. Like it was like a costume, like a Superman. I would get into my RAV4 and put my cape on, which was really just like Urban Outfitters baggy jeans and I would do my full makeup in my car because it made me feel like I was Leslie the stand-up at night. So I kind of like almost lived out of my car. I had like everything in there and I would go straight to the club, and in classic LA tale, my car has gotten broken into 3 times, all while doing stand-up. So I'd do stand-up and I'd have a great set, feeling good, amazing, and then I go to my car, just LA, baby. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, and you know, it happens to us. But so my car got broken into 3 times, and my work laptop got stolen 3 times. 3 separate laptops. So I would go to HR like every other week. They're like, what are you doing? Like, we know you're selling these on Etsy or whatever. Like, what are you doing with these laptops? So it was bad. I was on like a first name basis with like the auto glass guy. I was like, Tony, I got another one. Can I get a discount? He's like, no, same price. I was like, all right, okay, okay. So one time, maybe this is the 3rd time, my car got broken into, and at this point I'm like numb. I was with my friends and they saw me have no reaction. I looked psychotic to them, you know? I had no emotional reaction. I knew exactly what to do. But this time, my laptop was gone. I had all my makeup just, you know, seemingly stolen. It was all out of my car. And I was mortified because so that was the 2nd thing stolen from my car. 3rd thing, which is kind of the crux of this story, is my joke notebook. That's the thing. And I know that gets a gas because, you know, it means a lot to me, but I promise you, the makeup, equally emotionally, it was like I cried for both things, okay? So 2 things happened. I had to go to work the next day, and I had no makeup. So everyone here who wears makeup, imagine. One day, you wake up and it's all gone. That's not a nice feeling, and it's all replaceable, so you have that. But has anyone here ever gone to the store to buy all of the makeup you need for your face at once? We don't do that, right? We get it piece by piece. Like a liner runs out, you get it one by one. Have you ever gotten it all at once? It's mortifying. Like all the things I had to get, I filled a shopping cart. I had to like borrow a shopping cart to get all this stuff one day. It was $100,000. I don't know how much it was, okay? I could get a family of 5 into Disneyland. For all the money I spent on it was mortifying to know that that's what I needed just to go outside and feel comfortable with myself. I needed that much concealer. It was mortifying, and I still need it. I didn't learn anything, but so I had to get all that. And then I start addressing the joke notebook, because that's the thing that's missing, and that's the thing that's like just devastating, you know? So luckily, I had put my name and number on the joke notebook. So I start getting messages from the, what do we call, assailant? Is that the thing? The person. And he and I develop a rapport. we developed somewhat of a dialogue, and he admits to me, he's like, I have your notebook. And I'm like, great, I really need that. And he starts telling me about how he found it, and which is like, to this day, we don't know if he's lying or not. He said he found it on the streets of like Melrose, Santa Monica, wherever, in the midst of all this makeup, on the floor. He's like, it was so much makeup. I was like, what kind of person? I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, it was so much makeup. And I'm just picturing whoever broke into my car clearly wanted nothing to do with my like Anastasia contour kit. They were like, and I wonder what they thought of me, this RAV4 with like, they're like, this drag queen is really on the go. Like, she's really burning the candle at both ends. It was all these lashes. I'm like, you know what? These are good lashes. I was kind of hurt that they didn't want it. It was good make. So I wanted someone to use it, But I would have known who they were if I saw them walking down the streets of downtown LA, like just beautiful highlighter. But so me and his name is Evan, okay? I remember his name. We're texting. He doesn't know that I'm a stand-up. He just has this notebook of this stranger. And I don't really tell him I'm a stand-up. I just want the notebook back. But he tells me over voice memos and text messages, I find that his impression of that notebook is that it's an autobiographical screenplay about a sad Asian girl in Los Angeles. That's what he thinks. I'm trying to be funny in this notebook. And he's like, it's filled with so much pain, And I think this girl clearly needs help, and this character is broken. And that's what's beautiful, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm talking to him for so long, and my friends are like, get the notebook back. Like, are you dating him? Like, why are you giggling and texting Evan at midnight? And because I was very single at the time, okay? I was very single at the time, and it was kind of like I developed like a Stockholm syndrome with my notebook captor. And I was kind of playing the long game of like, I need to be friendly with him so he wants to give it back to me, But then I start listening to his notes of my screenplay. And I'm starting to lose it. This is LA, right? And I'm like, maybe we should just get some financing on this bad boy and kind of launch, I almost like started a Kickstarter. I'm like, maybe we could greenlight this, Evan. Maybe we should. I was like getting kind of hopeful and delusional. LA, Hollywood. So then I finally get the guts to arrange a meeting with him, and he agrees to meet me. And if you're a girl alone and you have to like meet someone to like sell furniture or whatever, you can't give your address. But I'm like, this guy knows a lot about me personally, so why not give him my home address? But I decide to meet him out of all places. I pick the safest place in all of LA, the Grove, okay? Right? What's safer than outside the Banana Republic? I've never felt safer at the Grove, And girls, I was single at the time, so I didn't have a strong boyfriend to like escort me. So girls do this thing where like if we feel like we're in danger, we'll like escort each other, we'll like walk each other to our car, She's like, my friend decided to go with me, and we do this buddy system where she's like, I'll go with you. I'm like, great, so we'll both die. Like, you're not gonna, she's like 5 feet tall, very weak arms, like I might as well have gone with my mom, So she comes with me to the Grove, and I'm texting him, like frantically trying to find him, and like, at one point I lose my friend Michelle. Like, she's shopping. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get my life back, and she's at World Market. I'm like, you gotta stay with me, Michelle. I can't get stabbed outside of Nike because you're getting like whimsical wallpaper at World Market. So, I'm sorry, I haven't revisited the story in like years. So I'm like remembering, the details are hazy, but like I met him, like I find him at the Grove and we meet each other, and he gives me the notebook, and it's this feeling of like elation and like fear and excitement, relief, and like I was a little scared, like a teeny bit scared. But I felt protected by Rick Caruso. I felt very, you know what I mean? I was like, Rick won't let anything happen to me by this fountain. So then, I'm like, sorry, it's so hazy, and I want to like actually tell this properly, but I get it. I get the notebook back, and then I remember I opened it, and he had finished what he thought was my screenplay. Like he had added a third act to our story, Evan and I, our love story. And the writing was so illegible. It was like the Zodiac Killer had added notes to my screenplay, and I couldn't read it. I was like shaking. I just didn't know what to do with it. But I got it back, and I was so happy. But I apologize. This is not a polished story. Everyone else was very prepared, but I was like thinking about the whole story today. And I obviously tried to find the notebook because I'm like, I should find it and like show it to you guys, but I don't know where it is. Okay? Like now I have lost it. And I think about like why did I not know where, if it was so important to me, why did I, risk my safety and Michelle's, give her a nice little shopping trip to go to the Grove? Why did I risk our safety to get this notebook? And I think the notebook, it represented something, right? It represented my work, my time, my sacrifice, all the times I ditched my friends and my family and self-improvement and working out to write my little sad screenplay, apparently. It symbolized something. But when I got it back, that was the win, just getting it back. But I don't know if anyone has any questions, but I feel like this is where a good story ends with like a poignant thing, right? You guys can mansplain storytelling to me because I'm rusty. It's okay. Seriously, it's okay. This is I feel like an educated crowd. But I think at the end of the story, it has to end with like a satisfaction, right? Like a hero's journey. Like it has to end with, so what would it be? It's like, what does a notebook represent? My hopes, my dreams, which I'm still looking for. No. But yeah, it's something. It represents an idea. It represents an idea, like a physical thing. Because the jokes clearly bombed with Evan. He didn't laugh once. He never said the word comedy. He never said it was funny. He said it was bone-chilling. Like, I don't know what he thought it was. He thought, you know what I mean? It's weird. And I feel connected to Evan. For the rest of my life, I feel connected to him. But he read my comedy as like a psychological thriller or something of a lonely lady in LA or what, So I'm gonna try to find this notebook. I will. I'll try to find it somewhere and see if I can share it again. But I learned nothing. I want you all to know I learned nothing, and I now use Google Docs, just so you guys know. And I'll find the notebook for you. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Okay.